Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. This is your boy OGBigSam, the historian showstopper, aka HBK, Heartbeat Killer. Yes, coming to you live on this glorious Monday now afternoon. We're gonna get at a few things. We'll keep it light this morning. But we're gonna again, like I said in my last show, you know what I'm saying? Y'all want to talk about the quarterback? Well, let's talk about it. See, that's the only thing y'all show up for. That's the only thing that, gets y'all gumption going. You don't want to talk defense, where there's a lot to talk about. You don't want to talk about, the affirmation and the construction of what could possibly be another championship defense up under Raheem Morris's watch. Y'all want to talk about the quarterback. Y'all want to, get diarrhea at the mouth and brain about the quarterback. So we're gonna talk about the quarterback. We're gonna talk about the quarterback. We're gonna talk about the quarterback. You know what I mean? Is the upstart fandom, the delusional, oh, it's gonna be another experience like Michael Vick. The upstart fandom of one Michael Penix Jr. Is it, or can it, or will it be a threat to the state of a legacy of one Matthew Thomas Ryan? That's what we're going to get into today a little bit. And then we're going to talk about one member of the defense, our Ricky linebacker from Notre Dame. We're going to get in a little discussion, at him. But hey, let's get right on into it. You know what I mean? Is it? Can it? Will it? Maybe, possibly. I mean, y'all have already crowned him savior, right? He already got the thorn crown on his head with a few rubies on the tips, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, so we might as well ask the question, right now, even before training camp, before a down has been played. You know what I'm saying? All it took for y'all was to see him do that track star imitation, and him to be left-handed and dark skinned. He's crown savior. He's gonna change life automatically. So let's ask the question. Seeing as how y'all got him trending, the man been trending since 3 weeks before the NFL draft. So let's talk about him. You know what I'm saying? With the upstart fandom, this glorified, swell of, fans and emotions and trendable topics. Can he erase the ghost of one Matthew Thomas Ryan? Seeing as how I know a lot of y'all and some of y'all hearts are not reconciling to the reality that Matthew did it to Vic, which spawned the illicit epidemic Vicitis. With all of y'all wandering around him, thinking that if you can run track, if you can run like a track star, and you're left-handed, and you got some semblance of an arm, God will put you right in front of us and help us win a Super Bowl. Lefty 2.0. With the upstart fandom. Is he? Can he? Will he? In the state of legacy, be a threat to the one legacy of one Matthew Ryan, aka MR2? That is the question at hand. That's the question at hand. Let's get entitled. Let's get arrogant. Let's get uncomfortable and talk about it. Let's talk about it. I mean, by the affirmation, by the admission, by the unlawful, unsupervised audacity of some people to say that 95 to 98% of Matt Ryan's stats are garbage time stats, right? So it should be an easy question to answer. Matter of fact, and the conversation really shouldn't be long, right? Right? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, why would we, Mike already made it clear that it was disrespectful to be putting Penix in the same conversation, with Michael Vick. I mean, so, hey, let's do it with the guy that y'all hate the most. You know, the one that got no love. It got no, acclamation. Got no, adulation. Got no positive treatment from the fan base. Let's do it with, in a lot of people's minds in this fan base. Let's do it with the guy number two. That's number two in the line. And I don't mean no pun, yeah, pun intended, because he wore number two. Let's do it with the guy that a lot of y'all in y'all mind think is the second best quarterback in Falcons history. Let's do it with Lefty 2.0 and Matty Ice. The Iceman. Let's do that. I mean, can this young man who has not played a down of NFL football, I might add, has not played a down of NFL football, has not seen an NFL defense. But let's ask this goddamn asinine ass question anyway, because y'all have already crowned him savior. The peer pressure alone coming from the fan base pretty much guarantees that Dirty Kurt will be one and done. So, I mean, hey, I want to see if it's going to feel disrespectful to put this man and put this young man and Matt Ryan in the same sentence. I'm going to see if anybody going to step up and admit to the non-delusional disrespect, if you will. Seeing as how the ghost of Michael Vick couldn't exact this dominance on Matt Ryan, he was here 14 years. So, I mean, will the left-handed, dark-skinned, Milky Way chocolate ass Michael Penix Jr. be any kind of systematic threat to the legacy of one Matty Ice Ryan? Then with that, I will say good morning to everyone. Hey, Sonya in the number one position. Yeah. Therapist, what's good? King Troy, what's happening? Mucho, what it do? Georgia, Texas boy, good afternoon to all. So, I mean, y'all show me some dialogue. Tell me, show me, give me some comments on what you think about, in this, particular situation, in this particular topic, if you will. I mean, I'm taking the bull by the horns, if you will. I mean, because they don't want to talk. Nobody want to talk about anything else. It's all about the quarterback. He's already been crowned the savior. He's already been crowned the Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning Hero of the Year of the Decade award. He's already been crowned as the greatest, to ever do it. He checks all the boxes, right? He left-handed, he dark-skinned, he went 4.4.3. Yeah. That's all that's required on this here resume to be the quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons. That is all that's required. So the Jeopardy answer with your question is, is Michael Penix Jr. a threat to the legacy of one Matt Ryan? Now, if you know me, you know what my answer is to that. Given my opening monologue, to this, he has not played a down of NFL football. Maurice, what's good? Mm-hmm. What's good? Walking in the door swinging. Maurice says, hell no, we need him to develop and learn and be an elite processor. He will never be a threat to Matt Ryan's legacy, period. Say it out loud. Say it out loud. I mean, I decided to have this conversation. I mean, because just of the climate of this fan base when it comes to the quarterback position, which is behind the ongoing civil war in this fan base for the last 2 decades. I mean, again, that boy, he did it. He did his workout at the combine, and when he ran the 40, I'm talking about damn near broke the internet. Oh, 3. Oh, yeah, we got to have it. We shoot, there it is right now. And he got the arm. I mean, but a track star don't make you a quarterback. Track star don't make you a quarterback. I mean, his athletic ability, you know what I'm saying, is shown, you know what I'm saying, in the season. You know what I mean? And hey, I'm not taking anything away from that, but he has not seen a NFL defense. Not a one. Not a one. Not a one. And people are just bungee jumping off of this plank into the Grand Canyon, which has no water in it, without the cord. Left it 2.0. You know what I'm saying? But the new Michael experience. I mean, hell, still ain't got to answer to the previous question. Will it be quick, or will it be a complete experience? I mean, we can't even, what I'm saying, resign ourselves to, being patient enough to let the process happen. We can't even resign ourselves to him being in the situation with all that was hired under this coaching staff, and it was set up for, ultimate teaching, ultimate development. You know what I mean? You know what I've been saying earlier, fix now, win now, develop now. You know what I mean? But hey, Southside, what's happening, man? Good morning, good afternoon to you. Penix is not jumping the broom to start his rookie season. He already said he is proud to be learning behind a good quarterback like Kurt to get to know how the NFL game works. Yeah, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. And had it not been for sorry ass Kyle Shanahan, his legacy would have been cemented in NFL history. Truth. Sound better when you say it. Mucho responding to the topic question at hand. No, he's not, but he could as long as he sleeps with his playbook and take proper notes. The story has yet to be written. Now, that right there. Say it louder for the people in the back. Say it louder for the folks standing on the outside of the bin. Say it louder for the people on Facebook. Matter of fact, print it in capital letters so the people on Twitter can see it. You know what I'm saying? Maurice says the fan base need to shut. Yeah, the fan base need to STFU and sit. They put it down somewhere and let's go and enjoy the process and let him learn behind Kurt for at least 2, possibly 3 years. Then let him take the helm. Well, Maurice, the money dictates that, well, I thought at first that the money would be dictating he would play both these seasons, but with 60 of that 90 million coming out in the first year, looks like there's an out lined up for the second, and where we will probably eat the 30 million or so, the 30 to 35 million in the second year with the raise in the salary cap and start. But if Terry Fontenot is about his math like I think he is, I don't think we take that out. Honestly, I'm looking at it like this, especially if there's a yard of success like us getting to the NFC Championship game or the Super Bowl. I see Kirk coming back for that second season. I see, like I said, I've been saying it. It's set up for him to have a John Elway-esque exit. You know what I'm saying? When you really stand back and take a big picture look at the way things are set up and the way, Raheem is going about his business with this defense, and you know what I'm saying, and the coaching staff as it is, I'm just saying, I don't see, given the situation, I don't see it makes perfect sense. There are too many examples to the contrary that would say, it's not a good idea for him to sit 2 years. Yes, it is. And if you're a real football fan, and you know what I'm saying, college and pro, and you watched that young man last season and before that, and injuries included, y'all know full well all that out there. He ready to start this year talking. Y'all pump brakes, man. Pump brakes. Pump brakes. And then while you pumping the brakes, Google David Carr. Google David Carr and his time when he was drafted by the Houston Texans. And if you still coming back with that whole, well, yeah, it's a good idea to throw him out to the wolves type of thing, then something wrong with you. Because what happened to David Carr has happened more than what happened with CJ Stroud that has happened. There's been more David Carrs than there's been CJ Strouds. And then a lot of you are not getting that or not caring about that because you want what you want. Well, wanting what you want doesn't match up with reality and what makes sense. Now, again, like I said in the beginning, this young man has not played a down in the NFL. This young man has not seen an NFL defense. At this point in time, at this juncture, the answer to the question, like a few people have said, hell to no. If we get 8 years down the line, and we get that 8 years down the line, you know what I'm saying, and revisit this, the conversation may or may not be different. But the way some of y'all talking, he ready to play now, like like he gonna, like he gonna hit the ground like running like Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl out the gate. And I got 7 games in this final season in college that said no and no. And Maurice, that would be a good model to follow. But I think it's going to take him 2 seasons. I really do. And Southside said, well, to be honest, I think a lot of the fans would be happy about Penix sitting for 2 years if he wasn't already 24 years old. Now, I don't care if he sits, but I see why some fans feel that way. Why? Why is that? Because of his age? I mean, I would be happy to have some maturity on him at 26. Yes. Uh-huh. And then give us a good solid decade of championship contention. Yeah. Oh, but that sounds too much like right. Okay. All right. Mucho says Penix slick reminds him of Tyler Huntley. Ain't they the same age? Mr. Knight, what's good? What's good? What's good? Sitting down and let him watch and learn how to play the quarterback position correctly. You have to sit him down and let him learn it correctly. That's a must. But sorry, I had to get away to another part of the building. And plumbers come in and everything. But uh, uh, there's nothing wrong with wanting a certain particular player. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But like I, asserted a couple of weeks ago in this particular matter, and I'm not saying all of Black Liners like this, but the majority is. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm waiting for the day for us to be wanting a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what his ethnicity is. If he could play the position, that's all that concerns me. I don't care what color he is. You know what I'm saying? If at the end of 19 games in a season and we're standing there holding Lombardi Church, I don't care if they came from Nigeria. I wouldn't care if they came from Norway or Pennsylvania or Florida. I don't care. If they can play the position, I'm good with it. But seeing as how we are where we are and we are who we are, we have to deal with this actual fact. Hoping someone could come in here and dismiss the legacy of Matt Ryan. Yeah, it's been a lot of that conversation on the Facebook. Yeah, it's in certain particular discords. Yes, yeah. You got folks out here, you know what I'm saying, crowning this kid the savior, and it's gonna be Black History, you know what I'm saying, every month. If this guy, you know what I'm saying, if he comes in, you know what I'm saying, in his career and wins it, you think you know, you know, y'all are hoping for his success to demean, you know what I'm saying, the legacy and the career that was done here by Matt Ryan? Because that's been the conversation this morning. And it was actually a joke, honestly, when I came up with this title. But watching the algorithm, watching the trends. Yeah, this is a lot of people feel this way. A lot of people are rooting for this kid for that reason. Never mind wanting success for the organization. Never mind wanting success for the city. Never mind giving credit for putting forth the effort to try to bring this city. Never mind giving credit for doing what he did for this city. Y'all out here hoping for us to draft somebody, especially somebody dark skinned, especially somebody that could run 4.4, 4.3. And then they left-handed, especially in those required areas of the resume. I get it, but I don't get it. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. Hey Auntie, how you doing? How you doing this afternoon? Let's see, Mucho. Do you think we will keep Heineke? Is MPJ QB2 regardless? Um, well, I think Heineke is out of here. The undrafted free agent pool pickups at the quarterback position. Yeah, we have 5 quarterbacks in camp. We picked up 2 in undrafted free agent pool, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? Plus drafted Heineke, right? If my numbers are correct, that's 3 quarterbacks with the addition of Heineke and Kirk, right? I think Heineke's out. I think he's odd man out. I think, with the exception of Kirk, I think the youth movement is in. I think Heineke will be fighting with these 2 free agent pickups for a slot in the room, and I think he's out from a financial standpoint because I think that there's a major move left on the defensive side of the ball that's going to happen. Um, right there in that particular aspect. uh, okay, and don't get me wrong, Mucho. It's cool. It's great. It's prosperous. But damn, it ain't the end all be all. Okay, I get it. Movement in time, in history, making progress. Blah blah blah. I mean, but it's football, man. It's sport. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and Terry Fontenot has honestly, especially in this time in New Orleans, has solidified himself as one of the better number guys in the general manager game. You know, um, and it's just why can't we just have a GM? Why can't we just have a head coach? Why can't we just have a quarterback? Why does a color have to define anything? But I mean, this is the world that we live in, man. You know, this is the world that we live in. Six man, what's good? What's good? What's good? Bernard, what's happening? What's happening? You know, I mean, quite frankly, the shit is irritating. It's irritating to me. I mean, especially from a maturity aspect. I mean, goddamn, okay, I, that shit back in the day, I could get if we were, in the 60s and 70s. I would understand it. I would totally get. Man, it's 2024. 2024. And we still putting color labels on things, man. I mean, I'm gonna say this about this. You know, we as a people, want so much change from the quote unquote enemy, but we as a people don't want to do any of the changing required from our side to get to said peace and equality. Just saying, let that sink in. You know what I'm saying? And to sit and the hope for a black quarterback success, so you could be able to say, it overshadowed the white boy. If you're that miserable, that's what's gonna make you, feel good or sleep good at night, you might want to go find a couch to lay on and talk to somebody. I'm just saying, because I mean, just like the Deshaun Watson, what I'm saying, situation. A lot of you all are showing your true colors. A lot of you are showing your true colors. It's the reason why you want Michael Penix Jr. to be successful, because this is your best chance to see someone develop something that you could say was a better career than Matt Ryan. He was a better quarterback than the white boy. What about him just being a good enough quarterback to bring prominence, continue trending this organization in the championship direction? What about that? What about that? And Bernard, that right there, bro, that right there. I mean, but Mills though, it's a fact, man. I mean, people there, and I've watched this over the weekend. From the first little post I saw on Facebook with that comment, okay, and I was like, it just can't be, man. And yeah, it is. People are out here rooting for Michael Penix Jr. to be successful, so they could have something to hang over and say was a better period in time of the white boy that was quarterback here in Atlanta. It is a real thing. It is a shameful, hypocritical stance in this fan base that is going on. For people to feel toward a guy, to use this young man and in a pawn, as a pawn in a immature nacho life, living in 2024 mindset. I mean, and that's what this is. I mean, like I said, y'all, that's all y'all want to talk about is quarterback. Well, let's talk seriously about this. Let's talk seriously. Let's get to the uncomfortable roots of the thing. A lot of y'all are out of here rooting for this boy to be successful, so you could take his career and dismiss the legacy of Matt Ryan. Because a lot of y'all are upset still in your mind's eye, in the back of your mind, upset because them 14 years wasn't Michael Vick's 14 years. He did that to himself. Matt Ryan did not steal Michael Vick's job like some of you all think and wish and try to rewrite history on. Matt Ryan wasn't picked third overall by the Atlanta Falcons to hold the position for him, for to be there set and ready for when he got out of jail. No, we didn't draft Matt Ryan for that. There was no reason to give Michael Vick another opportunity for one reason and one reason only. He stood in that man's face, that man being Arthur Blank, and he lied through his teeth to him. He gave that boy the sum of what was left on his contract and told him the best of luck. We have to be a better people. We have to be a better fan base. We have to be united for the logo. And using this young man, Michael Penix Jr., as a pawn in you all sick, twisted agenda game to bury the life, legacy, and career of one Matt Ryan is beyond hilarious. It's beyond hilarious and beyond sad. I think the word I might be wanting to use is pathetic. The conversation, you know what I'm saying, should be, well, hopefully we're getting him situated, you know what I'm saying, with the right training regimen, the right dietary needs, you know what I'm saying, so he could be around long enough to have a chance to cement a legacy of that size. The conversation should be, hey, with the 2 or 3 red flags in his game. What can Zach Robinson and Raheem, you know what I'm saying, and Yates and them, and company do to help him, make those red flags green flags? That's what the conversation should be. But no, the conversation, the headlines. Well, Penix can start right now. Not. The conversation should be, the development to turn him into a sustainable product is what the conversation should be. But yet, no, we because it's a hot topic, a headline, a capital letter newspaper topic, and this kid ain't even played a down yet. We have to talk about Michael Penix having a career to rival, if not dismiss, one Matthew Thomas Ryan, aka Matty Ice. An avid question. Is he, will he, can he? Is he? No. Can he? Maybe. Will he? Wait and see. Yeah, Millie Mills, you on to something now. Blank already made it known before we drafted Matt that Vic ain't coming back as quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Mucho granted. I want any black quarterback in the league to be successful. To be honest, just not over my team. Yeah. People are already. Let's see. Bernard says people are already eager to create a quarterback controversy. That part right there sound better when you said. He said, "This is a great topic." Well, this is what I try to do, man, because I, just show my appreciation for you guys tuning in. I try to give you, some good substance. Saying some good substance. Some dialogable material. You know. Brian Peoples, what's good? What's good? What's good? I'm sorry, I didn't see you. Don't think I was ignoring you, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you joined us this afternoon. You know, um, let me see. Georgia Texas boy said if KC gets us a Super Bowl, we can let him walk off into the sunset. But see, here's my okay, and I'm in agreements with that. But have you? I know you've been hearing me. This is saying that this situation is set up for Dirty Kirk to have a John Elway-esque exit. Remember, Elway went back to back walking out the door. I mean, and I mean, and it's really set up as such. Yeah, Mucho. I'm of the mindset. I mean, you know what I'm saying. We get if we're in the NFC Championship game or the Super Bowl, this upcoming season. Win, lose, or draw, I see him. I see him coming for a second season. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That 90 million guaranteed, dictates he's going to play at least two, you know. I mean, it really, that's the setting that we're on about this situation, you know. But hey, like I said, the ground, the land the landscape is there, the situation is there, all the puzzle pieces are there, you know. We have to just, let it play out and see where it lands. Like I said, if after 19 games and we're standing holding an Lombardi trophy, I feel like Kirk is going to do the second year. I mean, given the landscape of things in his personal life, with wifey, family being here, I think that he's definitely going to try for, especially if he ends up with an Lombardi trophy in the first year. And second, I mean, he understands something. When Kurt is done playing football, ATL is home. The wifey is from Marietta. Mom and daddy did go to Georgia. Okay, so he's not gonna be trying to go play nowhere else, man. He's not. He's gonna do two here and have that, and try to have that storybook ending for his two boys. You know what I'm saying, to remember, because like he said, they weren't old enough to remember anything about Washington. All this stuff went down. There were some things that they probably will remember about Minnesota, but this moment, this time, these seasons here in Atlanta, they definitely will be. It will be memories. So, he has motivation that has nothing to do with Michael Penix. Trust and believe that. And you are dead right, Six Man. You're dead right. Contingency plans are definitely good to have. Like I said, given the landscape of what we set the quarterback room up to be, I think we got four or five quarterbacks in camp, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Kurt, Heineke, MPJ, and then the two undrafted free agents. Yeah, we got five quarterbacks in camp. So whoever comes out of it, I think from a financial perspective, Heineke is going to be a casualty. And one of these undrafted free agents are not going to make it. I think that's just how that's going to unfold. Georgia Texas boy said Kirk is doing this for his father-in-law, plus both of his boys were born in Georgia. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Wifey's from here, born and bred. The boys were born here during the off season. So what they know as home is the ATL. Trust, that's going to play a part in all of this, especially from a motivational perspective. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that this big melting pot of informative stew, made y'all kind of got your bellies poking out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, these are the things. These are the topics that on the level that we're going to be tackling right now, especially from an uncomfortable perspective. I've turned my attention back to trying to have the conversation that others don't want to have, that are afraid to have, or shy away from having. Y'all want to, this is what y'all want to do. Y'all want to talk about the quarterback. Okay, well, yeah, dude, we gonna talk about. We gonna talk about the uncomfortable parts, the uncomfortable topics. It put its fan base and its perspective, if you will, in front and center. You know, the talking heads and big media, them too. You know, so hey, man, I hope y'all, what I'm saying, got your feel. You know what I'm saying? You know, Mucho said, I do believe in PJ could start, maybe not hit the ground running, but at least to the playoffs, but at least he don't have to. Okay. Way to bring it back home at the end, Mucho. Way to bring it back home. Hey, man, look. Hey, y'all, look, let's, we got to keep it together. We got to keep it real. We got to keep it, we got to keep it dirty. And most notably, we got to keep it real with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Let your next choice be your best choice. You know what I'm saying? And those that behind the camera that wasn't in the chat, hey, hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? If you're behind the eyeball, you know what I'm saying, a lot, you know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 200 as quick as I can. I really want to be to 200 before training camp, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. However it comes is however it comes. But 200 subscribers is my goal of right now. You know what I'm saying? As of ASAP. And hey, let's get behind this team. Let's get behind these guys, and what I'm saying, trying to make the team. You know what I'm saying? Let's show that previous acts of aggression by this fan base is not us. Let's show that we could be like the 12th man in Kansas City. We could be like the dog pound, you know what I'm saying, in Cleveland, or the black hole in Raider Nation. I mean, we got to make the Benz the tough place to come and play, man. We got to make the Benz home of the Dirty Birds. We got to make the Benz uncomfortable for everybody. Hey, man, this your boy OGBigSam for this episode of Mad Monday with the OG. Man, y'all be careful out here in this rain. Get your work day in, get your off day in, you know what I'm saying, get your retirement day in, or whatever your fancy is. But get it in. It's your boy OGBigSam, and I'm out.